Welcome to The Inspiring Show with Paul and Jennifer Henczel, featuring inspiring interviews with thought leaders, storytellers, entrepreneurs, influencers, and legacy builders just like you. Learn from experts about finding your voice, mastering your mindset, and creating movements with your message. Tap into timeless wisdom and today's top strategies for transcending to new levels of success, happiness, and joy.
Hi everyone, this is Paul Henczel. Welcome to The Inspiring Show, and thanks for being here. I want to ask you if you experience feelings of overwhelm or stress. Does fear get in your way, or do you deal with chronic pain or other health issues? Personally, I have had to deal with all of those. Living with PTSD, anxiety, and chronic pain are tough, and they can really weigh on your mind. You have to find different ways to cope. Now, did you know that we have between 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a day? 70% of those thoughts will be negative ones. We abuse ourselves with negative thoughts that not only limit our growth in life, but also damage our body. When I found out about this fact, I decided to turn my mind from an enemy into a friend. Now imagine how much more of a difference you'd make in this world if you were more calm, creative, and focused in everything you do. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about what helped me with stress, overwhelm, fear, negative thinking, focus, and chronic pain. But first, I want to give you a brief backstory. My life was turned upside down 10 years ago when I was crushed alive by thousands of pounds of wood in a traumatic workplace accident. I deal with multiple physical, cognitive, and emotional injuries, which include PTSD and anxiety. I literally had to learn everything all over again and come to grips that my life was not the same. But I created a new story for myself when I realized this wasn't the end, but the beginning. I realized that I had the power to change things, to put the focus on what I can do, not what I can't. I now use my experiences from overcoming adversity and daily challenges to inspire others. That, my friends, is the inspiration behind this podcast, The Inspiring Show. If you have not heard my story, you can listen to episode 1 where I share my full story in a little more detail. Now back to the topic I want to share with you today, mindfulness. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of mindfulness, some scientific research I have uncovered on the topic, the benefits of mindfulness, different types and techniques, and some tools you can use to help you. Personally, I was a mill worker, and to be honest, mindfulness was not on my radar, but it really works. I practice mindfulness, deep breathing, and meditation regularly because it helps in so many areas of my life, and I know it can help you too. Mindfulness is the practice of purposely paying attention to our thoughts and feelings in the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness helps to not worry about the future and have anxiety about the past. Mindfulness can help you develop deeper focus and better thinking abilities. My accident has left me with a permanent brain injury and cognitive disorder that I deal with daily. Mindfulness has helped me with my focus, concentration, and short-term memory, and how to better manage my thoughts around those. Now, some of you may want to reduce your stress and enjoy greater peace. Others might want to seek more awareness to create a more purposeful life. Still others may want to gain greater awareness to align their thoughts with their actions. Now, imagine if you better understood what is keeping you from your goals and how to overcome that. Do you want to manage your self-doubt and fears? How about becoming a more loving person that everyone enjoys being around? Imagine living the life you've been dreaming of. Mindfulness is useful for all those purposes. What is true for everyone, however, is that the more you know about your thinking, the more you are in control of your life. Mindful meditation gives us power to focus on the here and now. Mindfulness increases our awareness and how we think. Mindful meditation is always purposeful and non-judgmental. We calmly accept and acknowledge what is. Instead of moving through the day on autopilot, mindful meditation allows us to be more present so that we can gain more control over our thoughts. Non-judgmental awareness allows us to remove ourselves mentally from the negative thoughts and remain calm in times of adversity. We become more connected to our experiences in a healthy, non-threatening way. What about the connection between mindfulness and happiness? We all want to be happy, right? I mean, It's a part of our natural condition. Here is something I have found. Gratitude equals happiness. It is important to point out that our basic level of happiness consists not of one single circumstance. Instead, it's the small daily joys that elevate our mood. For example, a beautiful sunset, lunch with a friend, or a good book. They all have the power to raise our spirits. We need to become aware of these mood elevators and consciously pursue them. It's important to savor those moments and give gratitude for the experience. Happy people make a deliberate decision to pursue those moments, not take them for granted. New research has found that about 50% of our baseline mood level is derived from genetics. 10% of our mood depends on circumstances, good or bad. That leaves 40% of our mood in our control. Happiness is something we can consciously cultivate and grow. This is very exciting news. Mindful meditation has proven to be a solid foundation on which to build positive emotions, along with savoring all of life's small pleasures. It gets better. According to scientific research, mindful meditation has been shown to bring positive effects to both the body and the mind. It reduces stress and anxiety, which I can attest to. What's remarkable is that it also improves immune function and reduces inflammation, which means you are less prone to pain and even disease. Neuroscience has revealed that regular mindful meditation increases the gray matter in our brain responsible for learning, compassion, and emotions. A study at Harvard supports that finding. At the same time, similar studies have found that mindfulness decreases the brain area that deals with stress and fear. In that same study, it was shown that the perception of fear in the participants also changes. In other words, mindful meditation can control the amount and the intensity of the fear that we experience. Another study at the University of Massachusetts confirms that mindful meditation reduced the level of anxiety in its participants. At the same time as the level of fear decreases, the level of awareness increases. In effect, this now takes up the new available space in our brain. Continuing scientific studies are providing a connection between meditating and an increase in our brain's positive brain waves. A study at Yale University has found that mindful meditation decreases brain chattering, or what is also called monkey mind. Mindful meditation serves the function of a volume control, toning down the noise and allowing for some mental peace and quiet. Another study showed that 3 months of regular meditation affect enzyme activity that controls how we age. This important finding could link meditation to a slowing of the aging process. With the use of MRIs, neuroscientists have also discovered that A, we have far more control over our brain than previously thought. B, changes in the brain can be quantified. And C, we can change our thinking to improve our lives. The fact is, our brain keeps changing throughout our life. The remarkable truth about mindful meditation is that it allows us to control those changes. Now, I find all of this scientific research fascinating. How about you? Mindfulness has definitely moved from the mystical to the mainstream. Many studies have confirmed the benefits of regular mindful meditation. So let's now talk about some of these benefits in more depth. Mindful meditation can reduce pain. Now, many people suffer from chronic pain. While mindful meditation is not a cure-all, studies have shown it can greatly reduce the suffering. In clinical trials, those that practice mindfulness experience over 50% less chronic pain, while some long-term meditators have reduced their chronic pain by up to 90%. Now, how is that possible? Pain can come in 2 forms, physical and mental. When the brain reacts negatively to pain, the pain becomes amplified. By controlling how we react to the pain, we can greatly reduce its intensity. Mindful meditation includes focusing on the areas of the body that feel pain. Then observe and release the struggle, both physically and mentally. The reason mindful meditation has proven so powerful is that the body and mind are intricately connected. When our emotional state suffers, so does our body. This is especially relevant to stress, which can cause many physical problems. As a result, mindful meditation not only improves our mental health, but our physical health as well. Next, mindful meditation can improve our mood. And we all have moods. The happiest person can feel down for a while, and the saddest person can feel up on occasions. But many people's moods get bogged down with chronic depression and anxiety until there is little else. Research has shown that people with severe mood disorders actually show changes in certain areas of the brain. People suffering from depression and anxiety frequently live in the past or the future. They can think about things that hurt them years ago with mental narratives around the should-haves. Or they can worry about things that have not yet happened and aren't likely to happen. Mindful meditation is a great tool to bring those troubled thoughts back to the present. Next, mindful meditation enhances empathy. Stress, anxiety, and depression can keep the brain stuck in negativity and self-absorption. This reduces the opportunities for compassion and empathy toward others. Through mindful meditation, the brain can be retrained to enhance these positive emotions. Next, mindful meditation can enhance our focus. We live in a world of distractions. Some people boast about multitasking, although multitasking decreases efficiency rather than increasing productivity. When we check our email while on the phone and at the same time trying to read an important report, neither of those tasks has our full attention. Our brain too can multitask. When we need our attention on a project, it can intrude with worries about unpaid bills, an unhappy relationship, and an upcoming event for the weekend. And while our mind is attempting to deal with this, we might also remember certain social posts and messages we failed to return. For many people, this out-of-focus state of mind is a normal occurrence. When the brain is overwhelmed with a flood of unrelated thoughts, jumping from one thought to the next, it can't concentrate on the task at hand. Regular mindful meditation lets us control our wandering mind. We learn to recognize interruptions and set them aside for a more appropriate time. Mindful meditation allows us to get more done because it keeps our mind focused on the present. Next, mindful meditation reduces stress and stress-related illnesses. We have already discussed that mindful meditation can relieve stress. This is important, so let's take a closer look. We experience thoughts and emotions every moment of our life. It's important to understand that emotions are neither good nor bad, they simply are. When negative emotions occur, we can either react or we can acknowledge and move on. The problem is not the emotions themselves, but how we respond to them. These negative emotions are frequently caused by something that happened in the past or hasn't happened at all. By increasing our awareness, mindful meditation keeps us from dwelling on these negatives that are irrelevant to the present moment. When our brain becomes jumbled with emotions, mindfulness helps us clarify what is important and what is not. As we let go of mental stressors, our body automatically functions on a higher level. This enhances our health both physically and mentally. Statistics from the Center for Disease Control reveal that 110 million deaths each year are the result of stress-related illnesses. That is a staggering number. Mindful meditation can greatly increase your chances of not becoming a statistic. Next, mindful meditation and resilience. Now, bad things can happen to good people. To quote Nelson Mandela, "Do not judge me by my success, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." I also use a quote from Vince Lombardi. "The greatest accomplishment is not in never falling, but in rising again after you fall." That is the essence of resilience. Not our failures, but how we deal with them. Resilience lets us deal with the ups and downs of life. Change and challenges can be seen as just another opportunity for growth. This reminds me of another quote from Wayne Dyer. "If you believe it will work out, you'll see opportunities. If you believe it won't, you will see obstacles." Resilience is the ability to get back up after adversity. Due to the unpredictability of life, there will always be joys and sorrows. Resilient people are able to greet change and difficulty as an opportunity for self-reflection, learning, and growth. How we react to life's stressors is a choice. We can turn fearful, bitter, and blame the world for being unfair, or we can use mindfulness to change our thinking. We can't control the world, but we certainly can control how we react to it. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Individual Differences showed that mindfulness helps people cope with hard times, and there will always be some hard times. Instead of reacting, mindful meditation allows us to hit a mental pause button and simply accept. Bad feelings or thoughts aren't the enemy. The problem is our reaction to those thoughts. When we use mindful meditation to become aware of these thoughts, we have the power to accept and move forward. Next, mindful meditation boosts creativity. By creativity, we're not just talking about art and music. Every day, we face situations and questions where some creativity could move us forward. How do I get the boss to notice my report? How can I solve this unique problem? How can I dress for success on a limited budget? A part of our brain approaches these situations with severe caution. Its sole purpose is to ensure our survival, so anything new and different is automatically seen as dangerous. This part of our brain immediately calls for safety. Don't make waves, don't do anything crazy. Anything new and creative has a hard time getting past this part of the brain. But mindful meditation can calm the brain and make it less reactive. This allows new, creative ideas to flourish. Now, some of the world's most creative companies, such as Walt Disney, General Mills, and Google, encourage innovation and creativity by making meditation rooms available to their employees. Studies have shown that people who practice mindful meditation are less rigid in their approach to new ideas and problem-solving methods. The next time you're stuck trying something new, let mindful meditation help you. Now, that's not all. Here are some of the other benefits of mindfulness that can help you too. It can give you better sleeping habits. It can lower your blood pressure. It can improve your immune system. It can give you more energy. And mindfulness can give you better decision-making abilities. So I'm sure you'll agree those are some great benefits that can help us. Now I want to share with you a few different types of mindfulness meditations I have tried that have helped me. There are various breathing meditations, walking meditations, focus on a specific object meditation, body scan meditations, counting mindful meditations, find your happy place meditation, and also there's mindfulness for awareness, work, and relationships. Mindful meditation can change your life like it has changed mine. You learn that the thoughts flowing through your mind are not reality. What you do about those thoughts is reality. I really want to help make this all more practical for you. So here are a few easy strategies you can use to inject more mindfulness in everything you do. Number 1, use short 1-minute breathing meditations throughout your day. It's a great way to stay in focus. Number 2, when speaking to someone, really listen to what they are saying instead of preparing your next response. Number 3, chores like doing the laundry can be mindless. Instead of being bored, focus all your attention on the task. Remember how much fun doing simple things was when you were a child? That's because you were totally engaged instead of trying to just get over with it. Now, when doing the wash, for example, turn your awareness to the texture and colors of the clothes. Notice the fresh smell. Make folding laundry a game by paying attention to how your hands move. Be in the present moment. Number 4, few of us eat mindfully. We can barely remember what we had for breakfast. Not only is gulping down food a waste, it can cause weight gain. Try putting down your fork or spoon and completely chew and savor each bite before you pick it up again. Focus fully on what you are eating instead of watching television or answering your email. Eating is one of our greatest pleasures, so treat it that way. Prepare a colorful plate of healthy ingredients. Enjoy the smell of freshly cooked food. Notice the texture as you eat. An orange will feel entirely different from an apple. Can you discern the different spices as they hit your palate? Make each meal a mindful adventure. Savor each bite. Pay attention to the types of foods you eat. Sugars, simple carbs, processed foods, and unhealthy fats can cause fatigue that can lead to disease. You want both your mind and your body to be at a peak performance level. Eat lots of whole foods, fresh produce, nuts, whole grain products, and lean meats and fish. Number 5, slow down. What's your hurry anyway? We race through our day without awareness. We just rush around trying to get the most done. Racing through life mindlessly does not add to our happiness. Quite the opposite. We are actually far more likely to make careless mistakes and take shortcuts. When we physically slow down, we also slow down our brain. Take time for a mindful walking meditation. Sit in a park and just observe. Stop for 10 minutes and listen to your favorite music. Take a break and reconnect with yourself. Number 6, just like rushing through life, multitasking makes us mindless to the present. We're not focusing on one task, but are scrambling mindlessly to do several tasks at once. We're not accomplishing more. We're just paying less attention and making more mistakes. It's not only healthier, but far more efficient to focus on one task at a time. Life is not a race. It's a journey to be savored. Mindfulness helps you stay in the moment as you perform one task, then move to the next. It's also much less stressful. You can also create a to-do list. Number 7, develop the habit of checking in with your mind. Mindfully observe your thoughts and emotions on a regular basis. Become aware of how you feel when called to the boss's office or pulling into your driveway at the end of the day. The more you do this, the more you will recognize certain patterns as they pop up. This will help you control the negative self-talk instead of becoming overwhelmed. Anytime you increase awareness, you are practicing mindfulness. Please keep this in mind. Mindfulness isn't about always feeling positive. It means always being aware of what you are feeling. And number 8, closely related to slowing down and equally as important is doing nothing. Almost every day, someone asks us, "How's it going?" We automatically reply, "Oh, busy, really busy," as if it were a badge of honor. Our energy level goes up and downtime becomes a physical necessity to boost our performance. Instead of feeling guilty for spending an afternoon relaxing at the beach or enjoying a movie, schedule it into your lifestyle on a regular basis. The benefit of regular downtime is that we can sit back and simply enjoy the present while using all our senses. Smell the flowers, hear the birds, watch a puppy playing. We can enjoy all that life has to offer and in greater detail. You do not need to spend a lot of time doing this. 5 to 10 minutes can make a big difference. I want to give you an example and guide you through a short breathing meditation that can help with any anxious thoughts you might be experiencing. It will only take a few minutes, so just put yourself in a comfortable position. Please do not commit if you are driving or doing something else where your concentration is required. Hello, and welcome to this meditation to relieve any anxious thoughts. Make sure you are in a comfortable position and that you will not be disturbed for the duration of this session. Bring your focus to your breath and really pay attention to how your lungs expand and contract when you inhale and exhale. Let your breath flow however it wants to right now. Notice your jaw and if you feel any tension here. Just notice it. Don't try to change anything. Now breathe into the sensations in your jaw, and as you exhale, allow it to release a little. Inhale again. Imagine that you are breathing in new life, and when you exhale, let all fear completely fade. Take another breath in, and when you exhale, feel yourself let go of any worries. Notice how relaxed you are becoming right now. Let another breath come in naturally, imagining a bright future. And as you let it go, notice how anxiety eases and fades. A gentle wave of relaxation sweeps over you as you breathe in and out. Allow your breath to flow naturally now. Let yourself feel calm and peaceful. You deserve this wonderful feeling of serenity. You are now open to receive new thoughts, and you open up even more with each breath you take to new and fresh energy. Notice how new ideas begin to present themselves to you. Bring up feelings of abundance, as if you have so much that your cup pours over for others to enjoy the abundance you have created. Imagine that you are energized and have a zeal for life. Even if this is not true of your present self, imagine it vividly and with as much detail as you can. See yourself full of energy and optimism. You can imagine it as if you are watching a movie of yourself, if this helps. But see the colors brightly and watch yourself full of ambition, taking steps towards achievement. Stay with your breath and allow your intentions to remain positive. Even if you don't feel positive in this moment, you can imagine what being joyful is like. So breathe into this joy you are creating and notice how you are consciously shifting any anxious thoughts right now into peaceful feelings instead by following your breath. Breathe deeply and let your exhale completely relax you. Any thoughts that previously held you back become smaller and smaller. Watch negative thoughts diminish little by little, as if you are riding away in a car and these negative thoughts are sitting along the roadside, shrinking into the distance as you ride away with ease. As you see them go, you are freed from their grip. If you have any more negative thoughts rise, drop them off on the side of the road by any creative means that arises and ride away, watching them grow smaller until they are consumed by the horizon. Allow yourself a few moments to simply be. Notice and feel changes from this moment right now, and the difference between how you felt before you began this meditation. Your new thoughts find a new home within your inner being. Return your focus to your breath for a few moments. Now, in your own time, whenever you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Good. Commend yourself for making these steps toward a better life. Accept this wonderful change to your new life. Take as much time as you'd like to just be in gratitude for several moments. Thank you. I have created more of these meditations for you that you can use for your life and business. So please go to the show notes of this episode at www.inspiringshow.com to access those. Now, I have shared a lot of really good information and even taken you through a short meditation. But I now want to share some great mindful meditation apps that can help you in your journey. The first one is Headspace. This app teaches correct breathing techniques and guides the listener through various visualization exercises and walking meditations. It is considered the best meditation app for beginners. The next one is the Smiling app. This mindful meditation app is free. It is divided into age-specific categories for younger children, teenagers, and adults. There are also meditations specifically for sports and the workplace. Each meditation has a number of daily sessions to integrate and expand on a particular topic. The next one is Insight Timer. Insight Timer offers 4,000 guided meditations that can be listened to in any random order. The next one is Aura. It sends you a new meditation every day so you don't have to listen to the same one twice. The app is personalized for you according to age and specific mindful meditation interest on a certain day. The next one is Stop, Breathe, and Think. Stop, Breathe, and Think is unique in that it actually explains the process of meditation, how it works, and how it can benefit the meditator. The next one is Calm. The Calm app has a number of soothing nature sounds, breathing exercises, relaxation meditations, and sleep-inducing bedtime stories to lure the listener to sleep. I really like this app. And I came across an app that everyone can download. It is called the Mindfulness Coach. It's put together by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and the National Center for PTSD. It has a lot of great information, a large variety of mindfulness meditations, and ways to track your progress. I encourage you all to check it out, and it's totally free. Now, in conclusion, mindful meditation and other mindful practices can dramatically improve how you live each day. All you need to do is get started. Imagine getting to know the real you and reaching your full potential. Imagine enjoying each day to the fullest. It's not magic. It's about reclaiming our authentic self. There is enough in life that we have no control over. Mindful meditation gives us control over ourselves, how we think, and how we behave. Our actions are no longer random and self-destructive. Begin slowly by meditating for just a few minutes each day, then gradually increase the time. You may not notice the changes immediately, but they will happen. All you need to do is get started on this powerful journey. You can access the show notes of this episode and the links to the other meditations I talked about on our website, www.inspiringshow.com. Please join our Facebook group, follow us on Instagram, and leave a positive review. If you would like to join as a friend of the podcast, we would love your support. You'll also receive a lot of great perks, so check it out. Thanks everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And remember, you have a story and your story matters.